Let's take a look right now at the current standings in the NFC East, and it is a little bit muddy here. The Washington Redskins, they're at the top with a 6-3 record. The Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles tucked in behind them at 4-5, and the Giants, although 2-7, coming off a big win. All right, I'm Daniel Jeremiah. He is Bucky Brooks, and we're looking at who we believe is the favorite in the NFC East. Buck, let's try and identify an X factor for these teams and roll through them. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start here with the Washington Redskins, a team with a 2-game lead right now in the division. Who are the X factors for this football?
I think the X factor in my mind is Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson has come over and given this team an identity. They've been able to run the football. He has kind of turned back the clock, showing some of those old vintage AP runs. Adrian Peterson runs when he's able to really hit it between the tackles, running behind a powerful offensive line that even though they're missing 3 starters, they're still able to give him room. I like how he's playing. If they're able to run the ball and play good defense like they've been able to play, I think they can hold on to their lead in the East.
Well, let's say with the new addition theme here, Adrian Peterson, his first year with the Washington Redskins. Let's go on the defensive side of the ball. An X factor, a guy that went out and got Clinton-Dix, who has the range in the back end to be able to make some plays on the football. Also can help you as a tackler filling and making plays down low in the box. So he's a very versatile safety. I think gives the Washington Redskins as good a safety combination as we have right now in the National Football League. Those are two excellent X factors. As we move to the Dallas Cowboys, Buck, it's another new player we're keeping an eye on.
Amari Cooper coming over to be the number 1 receiver, and we've seen it already. He's made a huge impact on their offense. He's a guy that's a clean route runner, does a great job of creating separation. Dak Prescott is getting increasingly comfortable targeting him, and I think Amari Cooper has made life easy for Cole Beasley. If he continues to be a guy that can make plays on the perimeter, take a little bit of the attention away from the running game, I think you'll see this Dallas Cowboys offense continue to sustain drives. They'll start scoring more points.
And we go over to the defensive side, the X factor. Man, we're starting to see Jalen Smith. We're starting to see that version of Jalen Smith we fell in love with pre-injury there at Notre Dame. Making plays downhill. You see him scraping sideline to sideline. We're starting to see that burst and that speed come back after that gruesome injury he's had, Buck, and it warms the soul to see Jalen Smith playing the way he's playing right now.
I like the way he's playing. This team on defense, man, they are fun to watch because they run after the ball. They knock you out. They're beginning to try and find a way to create some turnovers. They're playing the right kind of football in Dallas.
All right, the team with the same record as the Dallas Cowboys, although coming off a tough home loss to the Dallas Cowboys, the defending world champ Philadelphia Eagles. You look for an X factor. Again, we keep with the theme here, new additions on offense.
Yeah, we have to. We got to figure out a way to get Golden Tate involved in this offense. They brought him over. They still haven't kind of figured out how to best utilize him. But I think at some point you just got to figure out a way to put the ball in his hands and allow him to work on the perimeter, be it RPOs, quick screens, some passes down the field where he can win those 50-50 balls despite his height deficiency. He has been a guy that's been very, very good in the league for a long time. The Philadelphia Eagles need to find a way to unlock him and allow him to be a big playmaker for their offense.
I go to the defensive side of the ball. They made that move to bring in Michael Bennett, and early in the season didn't see a whole lot. We're starting to see him come on a little bit, making some of those splash plays. He's still got the ability to take over a football game if their offense can get off to better starts. They're the worst first quarter scoring team in the NFL. If they can build up some leads, maybe you'll see Michael Bennett start to get after a little bit more, but he's going to be an X factor on the defensive side of the ball.
He is going to be an X factor. Defensively, they have to continue to find a way to just get better. They're hurting in the back end, so it's more pressure on the front four. They have to be able to really knock the quarterback around. They can't cover for extended periods in the back end. So, yes, Michael Bennett and the rest of the front four, they got to be able to win their one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, we won't spend much time here on the New York Giants. This is a team that's 4 games out right now, only have 2 wins on the season, but they did come off a big win the
They're
other
coming
night.
back.
So,
they got a lot of confidence. They're coming back. Maybe. Hold
who
off.
would be? Let's just give them one. Let's give them one X factor. We've been talking about all these new additions here. Do they have a new addition? What are we thinking? Who's the X factor?
The key to the Giants being able to eventually allow me to say print the shirts is Eli Manning. If Eli Manning can find a way to just have confidence and a rhythm, if he's protected, he still can make some throws. He needs everybody around him to play well. Saquon Barkley, Odell Beckham Jr., Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard. But if he's protected, I think he has enough, just a little bit left, to get them back on track.
All right, we got a pick here. Who's going to end up ultimately winning this division? I'll give you the floor here, Buck.
Oh, man, this is going to make my uncles in D.C. proud. I'm going with the Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins are playing the best football. I know it's not pretty, but they play a style that really is conducive to being able to succeed in the playoffs. They can run the football and play good defense. That gives them a chance.
Well, look, I love what they have on the defensive line, but the Washington Redskins, they're 6-3 right now, Buck. Blink your eyes. Blink,
6-3.
blink.
They're almost there.
They're going to be 6-6.
Oh, my God.
They're going to lose to the Texans
on.
at home with that. They're going to have a tough time with all those replacements up in that offensive line blocking that group. Then they go on the road at Cowboys, at Eagles. You're gonna blink your eyes. They're gonna be 500. They're gonna be 6-6. And so then I look down to these other teams. I don't know. Look, the Philadelphia Eagles are gonna lose 2 more games. Right? They're gonna lose 2. They're gonna lose at the Saints. They're gonna lose at the Rams. Okay, so that's gonna put them at 7 losses. But they're going to win the rest of their games. They got 2 games inside the division against the Washington Redskins. They'll end up sweeping the Redskins. They're going to go 9-7.
A sweep?
And they don't have any offensive linemen left. They lost 3 of them.
Come on.
They're not going to be able to block these defensive lines. Look at those next 3 games. Texans, Cowboys, Eagles. They're not going to be able to block those fronts. So I admire how well they've done. I just think the injury bug bit the Washington Redskins, and it's going to cost them the division. I'll go with the Philadelphia Eagles. End up the defending champs find a way to get to 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Click here to subscribe to the NFL YouTube channel and click here to subscribe to the Move the Sticks podcast.